Insta because I had set it up.
I'll get Chiroa in.
Okay, awesome.
Hello.
Hey, I've got some weird anomaly going on behind me here.
All right.
Is it not working?
You're in a vortex.
Yeah.
So we are live currently.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Charo.
We just went live a second ago.
All good, all good. I'm just connecting to Insta and X and TikTok should be automatic. That's awesome. Yay, thanks for joining us today.
Yes.
For sure.
So good. So we want to talk a little bit about, we've been going live around this time on a daily basis. And the idea is sort of doing this leading up to the summit. And we're talking about AWEDACITY 2025, which is our third annual Women's Empowerment Summit, virtual Women's Empowerment Summit. And so the idea really of these lives is for people to get a sense of the amazing women that we have speaking at this summit, including yourself. So it's always so much cooler if one of you is here, because otherwise Stephanie and me sort of go through the write-ups and the program and talk about, pick a few women and speak about them and their backgrounds and sort of their topic for the day. And we will also have Karin join us today, Karin Arigoni. And so it'll be the two of you. So it's fantastic. But she will join in whenever she's done. She has a coaching session still going on, I think. And so, yeah, really what we'd love is, before I hand over to Charoa, Stephanie, maybe you want to say something a little bit more about the summit or AWEDACITY.
Sure,
but what we'd love for you to do, Charoa, afterwards is maybe just give us sort of a sneak peek of what you'll be talking about at the summit, because you have a really special spot. You're doing a round table. And that's a really unique sort of thing we have going at the summit, and you'll be doing it virtually. So that's exciting too. You can say something to that as well. But before I hand over to you, Stephanie, do you want to fill in some gaps?
For sure. I'm going to put it in the chat here too. So AWEDACITY 25 is our yearly Women's Empowerment Summit. It's digital, so it's all online. There's two ways to join. You can join via Zoom and or join in our metaverse space. So that is kind of a fun, unique twist. And one of the things we kind of pride ourselves on is that we have women, first of all, from all over the world that join us. And we try to cover, we're very artist heavy, but we do have a lot of other women that we're bringing in this year, some spirituality, some wellness. So we're really trying to expand the women that we're bringing to you. And the idea behind this whole concept is for women to see other women out there that are doing amazing and transformational work, and then hopefully inspire them to do the same for themselves. So if you've been kicking around an idea saying, I don't know if I should do it, I don't know if I'm good enough, I don't know who's going to want to see it, nobody cares, you can look at these women as sort of like, aha, if she can do it, so can I. Look at this woman's doing it, so can I. So that's kind of the vibe. So I'm going to pop some info about tickets, etc. in the chat. But if any of you women watching, you have any questions, any comments, anything you want to share about, your struggles or anything that, you want to bring to the summit that we can help address for you, definitely feel free to do that. We want this to kind of be a two-way conversation, not just talking at you. So with that, I'll put the stuff in the chat, and Charoa, I'll leave it to you to talk about your 30-day art challenge and your roundtable.
Actually, I want to pick up from where you left off, because I did attend the summit last year, and it was my first one that I went to. And I really had a great time. I was there the whole day. I got to meet a lot of amazing women, make new connections, made new friendships. It was really a great opportunity. And it basically is the reason why I'm here today, because that experience of me being able to have, it started off with an open call that I was selected. I got to participate in the summit as a result of that open call. And then I got to meet all these great people, some of which are actually special guests in my show now. like Dr. Lemney, who I absolutely adored. And, she was giving this great conversation within the on cyberspace. And I went up and I sat down and I talked with her, loved her energy, was so excited to meet her, and then to build a friendship with her and then have the privilege of having her in one of my episodes. So it really was an amazing networking opportunity, because not only did I meet you, but I made friends with other artists and people who were not just exclusively artists, right? They did things differently than me. And I was able to sort of gain their wisdom, their experience, like JBR Visuals and Dr. Lemney and, Mel. There's different people that had at Vishay and other ones, amazing performance artists, and their insight and their journeys helped build my own. And I think that's one of the key components then why I love this so much, is building those connections and learning from other people who are doing things differently than I am. And so it helps me learn from them and build on what I'm trying to do, and gave me the courage and the motivation to really keep pushing forward and see it through until here we are now, that I made my own 30-day challenge. And I have not only these amazing women that have joined in, but I've got around 40 people from around the world, all nationalities, that are sharing their experiences and who are leaving amazing feedback on how they're loving the episodes, sharing it with others. And it's really, it makes me feel so good. Like I read a comment today, like, oh, your art prompting, you're like a goddess. I was like, yes, that felt amazing. Thank you. So yeah, it's really great. And I'm so happy that I, pushed through, got it done, and brought this out there, because it was really an inspirational process for me when I did the challenge for myself originally, and then basically redid it as I was doing all these episodes. So I've done it a second time, and now I'm doing it along with all of the women who are participating with me again. And it's just creates so much joy and connection. And it's prompted a lot of conversations, not always within necessarily my Telegram members group, but even offline, where people have just wanted to connect privately and share their stories and share their experiences and the pain that they're dealing with, and forming these connections that otherwise we wouldn't have had. And that's really what this is about, is the self-discovery, the journey through the art, but also the connection amongst women and the support amongst women, and just sort of building those communities with one another, that we can support one another and help each other through whatever we need help with. So it's been really, really amazing. So what we're going to talk about at the summit, which is what I'm here to talk about, is I want to reflect on what the full 30 days has been like. And I've invited some of the women who have participated in the entire challenge to join and share their experience and what it was like for them. Because I can speak for me, but it's really about the people who participated and what was it like for you. And also I want to have the opportunity for people who haven't done it, who are just finding out about it for the first time, to learn how they can do it for another round. And also I'm going to talk about how it might look if we do a second season. So that's what I'm going to talk about. And I think even if somebody hasn't participated in it yet, they will have the opportunity to talk about what art means to them, and how art helps them in terms of a therapeutic activity that really helps them with their emotional and mental well-being.
Absolutely.
So I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, I love that. For those that's just sort of joining us now and are sort of in and out of the conversation, what is the 30-day art therapy challenge? Like, how did you sort of construct it? Because I find it really, really special that there is sort of a topic for each day. How did you, maybe you can just give a brief overview how one joins or how one experiences it and goes through it, And maybe there's a topic like today's topic or tomorrow's topic that you maybe just want to pick and talk about a little bit.
So I chose some of the topics are like specifically chosen to be where they are, but many of them are just sort of like where in my journey that I need to go, and topics that I needed to tackle. So the first season is definitely has a lot of personal motivation between each of the episodes. So we have 30 different topics, anything from emotional intelligence to your inner child. Today's episode is self-discovery, which is a big one because I mean, really, the whole thing is about self-discovery.
Yeah.
So I created. I want to sort of like get into talking about what, for example, today, what is self-discovery? Like, what does it mean? What role does it play in our lives? Why is it important? From there, I actually later on in my episodes added a visualization. So today has a visualization, for example. So we spend a few moments just doing a visualization to sort of get our mindset where it needs to be. It's very empowering, the visualizations. And then I go into a lesson to teach how to use AI and how to focus your art for that particular topic. And then I share some different styles and that sort of thing. So each episode is that combination of learning about what that topic means, that motivational visualization, and then we have a lesson at the end. So the idea being that people can learn about AI and dive into it and use it as a healing tool. And so the whole thing is really just a non-invasive, private way that people can just go and do personal healing in a really mindful and private, safe way. And I think it's been really, really amazing. And, you know, you might find some topics are harder than others. I did. And it turns out that those were topics I needed to work on. So that's why they were difficult. It was unresolved stuff that I didn't even know was there. And working through it really helped to get where I needed to be, or at least to open a door to my self-discovery and my journey. So it's been really great.
So awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Hi, Mama Tangi. Hi, Becky.
Hello.
So good to see you.
And you too. I hope everyone's okay.
Yes, awesome, awesome. We love it. So yes, just to sort of what we're talking about today is Audacity 2025, which is our third annual virtual Women's Empowerment Summit. And we are talking with the different speakers that will be speaking at the summit. We have 14 plus amazing women from different backgrounds from all over the world speaking. And we're just so excited. And today we have Charoa and Becky, also known as Mama Tangi AI, here today. And Charoa was sharing a little bit about her roundtable that she will be doing in the virtual space, talking about the 30-day art challenge that is happening right now. We're on day 20 today?
Day 20, yeah.
Day 20.
Oh, wow.
And Charoa, if you're listening to this and you want to know more or get in touch or join or know more about maybe season 2 that's coming up, definitely get in touch with her. Her DMs are open. And if you check out our YouTube channel, then you can have a look at the different episodes that are going live on a daily basis. And the last and final episode 30 will be launching at the summit. And Charoa has done such an amazing job creating the safe space for women to come together and experience, explore, and exchange. And it's just really, really beautiful to see and to witness. So thank you so much. We're really excited for you to bring this to the summit.
I think even, you know, like I made it available through multiple platforms like Facebook, Blue Skies, Threads, Instagram, and of course Twitter. There's even people who have not joined in the member group that are sort of watching and, you know, playing along and then doing the prompts and trying it out. So it's just it's opened up like a big space for just about anybody who wants to do it. They can hop on. What I love about the Telegram space, though, is that people who sign up and become more of a member to the program,
Mhm.
then we do have that extra opportunity where they can submit for an open call that I'll put that artwork behind me at the round table. And then there's just that stronger sense of community within the Telegram group where women can sort of like talk to one another and share their experiences together.
Mhm. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing.
I did.
Yeah.
I just wanted to add, I did just put, for anyone watching, I did just put the link to our YouTube channel in the chat there if you want to check that out, and you can see all the things we do, but specifically you can check out past episodes of the 30-Day Art Challenge and get caught up if you want, for anyone that wants that. And it's for some platforms where it doesn't display. I know this doesn't display on every single platform, but it's pretty easy to find. It's youtube.com/@AudacityHQ.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. We'll be live for another 30 minutes or so. So we're gonna chat with Becky and Mama Tangi for a little bit. Feel free to stay on, Charua, but if you need to jump off, feel free to. So nice for you to join us, Becky. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. I've been on a spa day, so excuse me, I might be a bit.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah,
nice. I love
it's
it.
lovely to see you, Charua. Your 30-day art challenge, it looks absolutely amazing. I think I was telling my friend about it and saying, you need to get on there, you need to have a look at all the prompts and stuff. It's absolutely beautiful. I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's truly amazing. Becky, Becky is an Audacity ambassador. She is one of the speakers at the summit, and we collaborated with you end of last year on a adult body positivity coloring book.
Yeah.
And that was amazing to launch that with you. It was a new experience for us, and
Yeah, definitely.
it was a really cool project to work on with you. So that was awesome.
Definitely.
And at this summit, though, you're going to be speaking about a new book that you are launching. Do you want to share a little like sneak peek on what the book is about and what you'll be touching on at the summit?
Yeah, of course. So
Hi, sorry.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
So my new book it's a very personal project to me. It's called We Became the Mothers We Deserve to Have. It mainly touches on not having that motherly bond, not having that connection with a mother growing up, not having that connection there. And while I've been exploring that, I only just realised the other day that, you can call it grief. And I've never kind of thought about it that way.
Mhm.
I've been doing a lot of research and reading up about other women's experiences with, that motherly connection, not having that connection. But yeah, I've never kind of thought about it as, grieving that relationship.
Mm.
So the theme of the book is I'm hoping to get submissions from people, they're all going to be anonymous. So, feel free, I'm going to put a link up, feel free to submit any stories you want to. You don't have to be a poet. You don't have to be, perfect at writing or your English or anything, it's whatever words you want to put down that's going to help you heal. It's going to help you, come to terms with, maybe not having that relationship with your mum.
Yeah. Okay. So you're still collecting stories, so people can still get in touch with you, and if it's something they want to share, and
Yeah.
So it's possible for it to be anonymous, and it's still
Yeah.
possible to submit stories. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So it's all anonymous. I can send a link out for the anonymous submissions.
Yeah.
I also have a Facebook group if you want a bit more support on there. I can sort of signpost you onto other agencies. We can't counsel you, but we can support you because we do understand, what you're going through. We also have a Telegram group, so we can also have a bit of a community on there.
Yeah. Okay, that's wonderful. Yes, I know you've done the. So it's a collection of poems. It could be poems, it could be stories, letters, you said as well.
Letters as well. I'm going to have a few of my own letters and stories and poems in there.
Okay.
From my own childhood experiences. I didn't know my own mother. She passed away at the beginning of lockdown. I'd not had a relationship with her whatsoever.
Okay.
So using my art and using this book, it's been a healing process. It's been really good.
Yeah. And I love how you say the book is not just yours, but it's ours.
Yes, it's for everybody. It's not just for me, it's for everybody. And I want everybody to feel like they've added something to it and they can take something away from it as well.
Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. Thanks for sharing that.
No worries.
I see, because we're 6 people, I think it can't show more than, let me see. Or Stephanie, did you take yourself off? I just want to play with this. Okay.
Yeah, I took my.
Right? It can only show 4 people on the screen.
I took myself.
You
I
can
took
take
myself
me
off.
off. Can you take me off?
Let me see. Hold on. Okay, yeah, but it's funny. Okay, I figured if there's
That's
5,
all right.
it would sort of shift us around, but it won't.
I'm just here doing messaging in the background, so Chiroa can stay. I mean, if contribute to the conversation, so that was why I did that. You're back on, Chiroa. Can you hear me? Oh, wait a minute. What did I just do?
Hear you. I was just saying, I can just watch.
It's fine. Either way, does somebody have a question for Mama Tangi or around the book that she's working on, or anything you want to add to this? This is the first time you're going to be speaking about it. Did I understand that right, Becky?
Yes, it is. It's the first time I will be talking about it.
Yeah.
As I say, I'm doing a lot of research into other women's stories.
Yeah.
I have made contact with a local counsellor who I will be having a chat with in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
So I'm going to be, kind of taking on their sort of viewpoint of it all, that motherly relationship. I've also found research papers that I've been reading into, and that's where I sort of found, it's an actual grief, of not having that relationship with your mum.
100%.
And I've always thought of it as you don't miss what you've never had.
Yeah.
But actually you do, and you thinking about it, not having your mum there when you had your first child, or not having your mum there when you kind of needed something. So like my dad just happened to be my mum and my dad. So I've kind of I was a very young mum myself. I was 17 when I had my first daughter. I struggled really badly with postnatal depression with her. So I've always thought I was an awful mum myself. And that has hung over me for about 27 years. It's been a long, long process of actually, no, I'm a good mum.
Yeah.
I'm a good mum. I can finally say it, I'm a good mum. And, my kids are happy. They're like my little mini best friends, and that is all I could ever want. And that is basically where the title of the book came from, is that we became these mums that we needed and we wanted, and we deserve to have.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And I think it takes so much courage as well for you to tell your story and to dive into it. Like Charoa already shared about her art therapy 30-day challenge. It's also truly like a very personal sort of process. And I always think those very personal transformations and those personal processes and journey, they also come across as very meaningful because of that, because you're sharing something you've gone through and healing from. So yeah, very much looking forward to you sharing about the book and the different, contributions to the book. So thank you so much. One question I have, because the topic is sort of absent moms, would this include, because I know it can feel like your mother is absent even though you have one, just because, there's that certain longing for a certain type of maybe unconditional love or a certain type of love that maybe you didn't get that you wished you had. Would that include that as well?
Definitely. So you could have your mum that is present, but she's not present.
Okay.
Due to many other reasons, maybe mental health, maybe addiction.
Yes.
Maybe she didn't have that maternal instinct,
Yeah.
Maybe there was issues with her mum before and she didn't show her how to be a mother.
Yeah.
There is that sort of ongoing cycle, maybe.
Yeah.
I have spoken to a lot of women who say, my grandma was awful. She wasn't maternal in any way, shape or form. My mum has kind of gone on to has taken some of that from her.
Mm-hmm.
And then other women I've spoken to have said my mum just wasn't present in the way that I needed. I needed that emotional support.
Exactly.
And she just couldn't give it, or she didn't know how to give it.
Yeah.
But it's also open to stepmoms.
Okay.
I had a stepmom myself, didn't have the best relationship to begin with. But now, as I've grown older, a bit wiser, I can kind of see, looking back, why it wasn't a good relationship.
Okay.
So you kind of grow yourself, don't you? You kind of come to realize, oh, okay, maybe she was struggling.
Exactly.
In her way. So yeah, it's open to whatever kind of motherly relationship.
Beautiful.
Yeah, whatever.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Becky. So in case you're just sort of jumping in on this live, we are talking about the Audacity 2025 Summit, which is our third annual virtual summit that's happening. And this year, we just have such a beautiful lineup of speakers. We have 14 plus different women from all over the world, different backgrounds, talking about a diverse array of topics, which I think makes it so special. And I truly think there's somebody for everybody, for everybody here at the summit. And yeah, we're really excited. So the idea of these lives, which we're going to do daily leading up to the summit, is really for you, for the participants, for people that are curious about the summit but are not sure, do they want to attend? Should they attend? Is it worth attending? We want you to meet the speakers. So it's really exciting that today we have 3 of you here. Other times it's just me and Stephanie talking a little bit about the summit and introducing speakers, their write-ups and whatnot. And so I would love to chat with you, Karin, if you would like to just give a little bit about your background. Karin is, like myself, based in Switzerland. So we are, for us, it's like 6:45 in the evening, so different time zones. And really excited to have you because we've been working together, Audacity and you, for a little bit, and been streaming some of your amazing episodes. And so I'd love for you maybe just to give a little bit of your background, what you do, who you are, and then maybe give us a sneak peek of what you'll be talking about at the summit.
Yes, thank you very much that you invited me to speak at the summit. I'm really thrilled, and I'm kind of nervous as well. About me, I'm 54, and I'm a personal health coach. Mainly work with women. Women health is so my mission, and also the menopause, perimenopause is where I put my focus on at the moment. yeah, and I started with my own journey because I got diagnosed with breast cancer years ago, and there I was on the edge to think, okay, what am I gonna do now? And I really decided to change my basically my whole life, but it was not in an instant. It was a long process, and one thing which was certainly something which was important for me were nutrition. I also did some advanced studies and studies in nutrition health coaching, traditional Chinese medicine, nutrition, and but on this long process, and now also working with coaches, with women mainly, on this field, I always realized that there is more than only nutrition. It's the whole, basically, yeah, you have to change. If you say, okay, I want to change my nutritional habits, it's mostly not only because only this is not only nutrition, it's a lot of other things. You basically have to change your life, your lifestyle. And that, I was thinking of that, and that came to me regarding the title or the subject I want to talk about at the summit, about the difference about courage and boldness. Now we talk a lot about boldness, about courage, and I think yeah, there is a difference, and what's the difference, and how much courage we need to change something, but on the other hand, how much boldness it needs to stick with it. So there I want to dive into that
I love
and
that.
talk about this with
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I love that. Beautiful. Yeah, 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 I love that because we, as Audacity, we talk a lot about, yeah, exactly, sort of finding that spark, that's something that gives you that courage and then that boldness to go out there and find your voice and do your thing yeah, it's sort of that. I love that you're pointing out what the difference is and sort of discovering that and diving into that. And I know your niche as well is sort of helping people figure out what their personal rhythm is and helping them discover that and understanding it and living by their personal rhythm. And I think you have a gift connecting with people and figuring out what it is for them, because there's not one thing that sort of fits everybody. It's really a very personal thing. And so I'm excited for you to talk about this.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, this spark that hit me, years ago, really to create this spark about another lifestyle. And I really want to show, okay, there is in every moment and in every situation, even if you think, okay, that's a situation I don't want to change, there is also always a spark in it, or there is always a chance. Now, like in Chinese medicine, you say there is a risk and a chance. There's always both. And as you say, I really want to challenge the audience, to see, okay, where's the chance in it? Where's the spark? Where can you find something which you can grow yourself? Not yourself, but you can, like a plant, and yeah, so that's I think this is something you can take, not or you don't can take a talk not only regarding nutrition. You can put that on every subject in
Yeah,
life. Yeah.
exactly. You can then apply that to so many aspects.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always in awe because you're a personal friend of mine as well, and I love that you have something special because you work with teenagers. So you have a group of teenagers that you work with, and you actually started coaching with my daughter as well, doing online coaching, and she she loves it. I'm so excited. She always is looking forward to the next session, which I think is awesome. So you have a gift connecting with young people, as well as one of your specialities or niches is, like you said, perimenopausal women, right? So then that's another sort of category of women. It's fascinating that how are you sort of seeing that, because it must be two very sort of different audiences or niches, and yet they're very similar. Like, how do you think they relate in terms of your sort of finding that rhythm that you talk to people about?
You know, it really gives me goosebumps when you tell me, okay, your daughter is thrilled and excited, and I really love this work, working with teenager. And basically, it was a decision not from my heart, but just on some other aspects, just to say, okay, I have to find my niche. I mean, from teenage age to perimenopause is really a long way, you know. So but still, I just had today, I had a 15-year-old girl here, a coachee, and it's really great work. So I think basically it's really, you know, listening to people, or listening to women, and seeing, okay, where is their need, where is their spark, and where is their their power, what do they want to learn, where they want to grow. And there is a nice saying, you know, when you get your first period, when you become a woman, you get the power. When you're in reproductive age, you have the power, and when you get into menopause, you are the power. And I think that's also the thing which really connects very good, you know. And I will never miss, you know, working with all women. My door is always open. But as I'm, like I said, as I'm a postmenopausal woman, I certainly have the experiences for the last years in menopausal, how to deal with that, and it's really here. But on the other hand, like you said, sometimes I can't really relate that. I think, hey, I'm an old woman, why do these teenagers want to come to me? but that's just a mental thing, or just a thinking for a few seconds, and then I know, okay, we connected by heart. And I think that's that's totally egal, totally nuts if they're 15 or if they're 85 or so.
Yeah, it's true. And of course you have a teenage son, so you know he keeps you young, and I think you do have that, you know, connection, and you have that young energy around you, and I think you know how teenagers function and
absolutely
what their
and you know
are.
and what comes to my mind is that's also why I love working with teenagers, because myself, when I was 14, I got my period. I had some some PMS and stuff. So the first thing they did, they gave me the pill. And then it was like, nobody really knew what to do. My mom didn't know as well. We had just had the medicine, and also in a mental way, you know, we didn't have these things what we have today. And I think what's great working with teenage or with young women is really when they start really working with themselves, they realize what's happening, not only on a hormonal base, but also on a mental base. I'm totally sure, and maybe when I'm 80, I know that, because then they are 40. Then I think they will go through these different phases much more easily than the women at our age now are doing that. So when you really realize and preparing yourself and having the knowledge, not only the medical knowledge, but also the mental knowledge and the spiritual knowledge, I think this really gives you the tools to to go through this way smoother. And that's also a driver which drives me to do this work what I do.
Yeah. Beautiful. I love it.
Thank you so much.
So good. So good. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Thanks so much for sharing. So in case you're just linking in, we're talking about Audacity 2025, which is our third annual virtual Women's Empowerment Summit. And it's coming up on Friday, the 14th of February. And we are introducing the speakers, the topics. We want you to get a vibe, a feeling of what will be happening, what the topics are we're talking about, and who's joining us. We have amazing women in this lineup this year, and over 14 women that are coming together and sharing their personal journeys, their stories, and sharing sort of what the theme of Audacity 2025 is: the art of being audacious. So it's a play on words, and really sort of speakers sharing what that thing is that is creating this sense of awe, this sense of boldness, this sense of spark, this sense of let me do it no matter what. And sharing their different stories, and women from all over the world with so many different backgrounds. And we're just so honored and excited and looking forward to the summit. Stephanie, you're on mute. No. Yes, we can hear you, but there's like a sound. Okay. There's like a sort of like a brown noise sound, white noise sound.
Okay, I'll mute myself. Never mind.
Weird. Yeah. Hold on. Maybe if we go camera off and then back on, let me see.
Alexa.
Okay, try again. Now you're on mute again. Hold on.
Yeah.
But it doesn't show you're on mute here. Okay, try again.
Hello, hello.
Or is it just me, Karin? Can you hear her?
I can, but I hear the noise. Yeah, it's
okay.
It's, yeah.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. Technology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Yes. So we're going live on a daily basis leading up to the summit. And there's tickets available directly from our website, audacityhq.com. There is an exciting giveaway that we have for the summit with Sonia Sarina. She will be doing a 20-minute channeling session, channeling a lucky winner's higher self, which is just a beautiful experience and really allows you to get in touch with your full potential. It's really exciting. So have a look at our pin post on TikTok, Instagram, X. So there's a lot of really cool things happening at the summit. So if you want to know more, check out the website, check out our posts on social, and we will meet here again tomorrow, same time. And is there anything else you wanted to share, Karin, as we sort of close this session off?
I think I just invite you all to join the summit, because I think it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be very humorous as well, and but also very deep. I mean, I love the title of the summit, the art of being audacious.
Yeah.
And and I'm excited to be there. And so So maybe I join in another live, and in 10 days we're gonna be on stage. That's great.
Absolutely. Yeah. So awesome. Thank you so much. This really gives the, people that are keen and interested, but maybe not sure, curious, but want to know more, an idea of, who's at the summit, the topics we're talking about. And like you're saying, I think it's going to be a beautiful balance between art, creativity, boldness, fun, deep stories, deep personal experiences being shared, and yeah, I just see it as a really, really full, holistic sort of program. So we're really excited.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, you're beautiful. You're wonderful. Stephanie and yourself, Natanya, you're doing such a great job inviting us and setting this all up. So you're great.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you, and we're so grateful that you've agreed to speak.
Yeah, wonderful.
Really, really cool. So good. All right. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for sharing a little bit about your talk.
Thank you. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a lovely evening. Bye.